All right, cousins, it's that time for Hot Take Hell. Is it a hot take or a fact? This is episode 10. And I just want to let you guys know that as we are growing over here at Wrestling in Color, things have to be bought. Now, I also understand that we're about to come into a new year of famine and destitute and undue hardship. But if you are so inclined, if I made you laugh, smile, think, or just enjoy yourself, super chats are open. Okay, just go on in there, toss a super chat. I am working on memberships. Not really nothing to really give because I ain't at that level to be like having merch and stuff, and I don't even know how to do any of that yet. But if you just want to donate when that's open, please feel free. I did get one super chat, and I forgot who gave me that, and I have to go back and give him a shout out. But I was up in the moon when I saw that. Like, oh my God, for me? Okay, let's get into it. We're already a minute in. All right, first hot take or fact. Eddie Guerrero was garbage. People are only praising him due to his passing in 2005, but he was a B player. SmackDown pretty much died the moment he was the WWE champion after its heyday from 1999 to 2003. You know what? I'm going to let y'all clear that up for me in the comments because I'm not going to sit here and act like I was an Eddie Guerrero connoisseur. I wasn't mad when he was on the screen. I did like him and China's little love story. Other than that, I'm gonna let y'all let me know, is that a hot take or a fact? Next one, CM Punk is not a great talker, just a Piper wannabe, Roddy Piper wannabe. Is it Roddy Piper in Evil Dead or Roddy Piper in Blackface? Not really sure, but I will say this: if Phil was in a bar and I was drunk and I was trying to get like piped down, all that talking he does would like dry me up like the Sahara Desert. Next, Foley was never that good. Hogan and Flair described him at best. I'm assuming this person said that Hogan and Flair just said he was there. You know what? Foley was willing to take risk, which is more than I could say for Hogan. And Ric Flair was too busy shoving his dick in keyholes and holes at fucking drive-through gas stations. So I was never really a Foley fan. I'm not gonna lie. I just don't like his aesthetic. It didn't like excite me when he came out. The bang bang. But I will give him the Rock and Sock connection was funny. So we'll just give him that. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that in the comments. Next one, in-ring work will never matter. It's been proven that it doesn't matter. The Rock himself said, drawing is what really matters. When he was doing his Mount Rushmores, he said Hogan, Flair, and Austin, and Bruno. Bruno Sammartino, I wasn't around for. Austin, yes, Austin did. You know what? It was more of Austin's shenanigans that gave him the lore, not much of Austin's wrestling. Ric Flair, woo, who doesn't love doing that? But then, as I got older, I found out he's a disgusting human being. And then you got Hulk Hogan, which is just even saying his name, I want to go and scrape my fucking tongue. So if you want to take The Rock for his name, just remember he pisses in bottles like an old ass man in a nursing home. Next one, hot take or fact. If more people gave TNA a chance rather than dismiss it without watching, many would quickly find it's the best booked and best paced wrestling promotion today. You know what? I agree. I especially love old TNA content, and I love that's on Pluto. You can watch TNA content anywhere. That was some hard hitting wrestling, especially the pentagon shaped. Is it pentagon or octagon shape? Whatever the shape of the old ring. Um, all your faves started over there, went over there, fucking around, doing their thing. AJ Styles' whole heyday is over in TNA. If you're an AJ Styles fan, um, it is well booked and well paced. It is. But now that they got Tetra Clan shit over there, I don't know what to tell them. Next one. Tribal Chief really isn't this transcendent star like the guys that came before him. Come to think of it, none of the other guys, Hogan, Austin, Rock, Cena, needed to be propped up by a group twice or a manager. He also doesn't draw the business they did. I don't care what y'all say. He did exist before 2020 and he was a failure. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. First of all, Roman Reigns worked his fucking ass off through those 11 years of terror that y'all rained down on that sexy man. Okay? He was a team player and he read that terrible script that they gave him like a boss. Okay? He did the best he could with what he had. Okay? Now, Hogan came out at a time where timing. It just was timing. I'm not going to take Hogan for what he put wrestling on the map. He was Thunder Lips in my favorite movie, Whoop de Whoop de Whoop. But Hulk Hogan now, listen, he diminished the majority of his legacy. Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin's shenanigans, again, is what made him legendary. It wasn't his wrestling. The Rock. Let's not forget that The Rock was propped up by the Nation of Domination, and that's where he learned to be a full black man. And John Cena. You all hated John Cena for at least a good decade, so just hop up off of him. Whatever worked to get Roman where he was, I believe, in my opinion, was the pandemic, and it was Paul Heyman. And then Roman being himself, his quirky, fun self. I hope he's not that hateful, because that would be terrible. But just the facial expressions, the way he was able to relax and roll the shit off his tongue is what got Roman where he's at. So the last 5 years, yes. Never mind before that. Even the and then we're not going to hold you with the Shield, because I would love for the Shield to regroup right now just for a few minutes. At least I got to see them before they really like disbanded in 2018, and we went up for the Shield. Okay, so y'all tell me if y'all think what this person said is a hot take or a fact. I don't think it's a fact at all. Next one. The Miz is underrated, criminally so. Whatever they give him, he makes into lemonade. He always elicits a response from the crowd, and his wrestling isn't as bad as people say. You know what? The Miz is a masterclass in longevity. The Miz been with the WWE for damn near, I want to say, about 20 years. And this is coming from somebody that watched The Miz on the real world. And Coral used to make him cry because he was so fucking vapid, farm boy, Ohio ignorant, that he used to say dumb shit to Coral, and she would light his ass up. I wish they had that shit so y'all could see it. Oh my God. Just remembering it. She made that Mike Mazzana cry so bad on that show, child. But going back to this, I do agree I don't think he's underrated, but I do think he's criminally underutilized. Everybody can't get the Miz rub. And right now he's fucked up over there with the Final Testament and all this Y6 shenanigans. It's not going to bode well for everybody else. The Miz will be fine. Everybody else won't. I do agree. This is more of a fact, not just a hot take. Let's go into another one. They said Baron Corbin, he is actually not as bad as people think, and he's been given some truly awful gimmicks and has done better than most people's darlings could do with the same gimmicks. Baron Corbin, from my understanding, reading about him, he was a great safe worker. Baron Corbin did turn a lot of shit into sugar, and they gave him terrible stuff. But Baron Corbin was there for a very long time, and it almost seemed like he was complacent and a little bit stagnant. So, what can you do? Was that a hot take or a fact? You tell me in the comments. All right, we still got some time. Let's keep rolling. Roman Reigns is the one of the worst champions of all time. Not just this era of all time. I genuinely cannot stand him. He is much worse than Brock, who was part-timer, but at least brought a big-time feel when he turned up. Roman has held the championship hostage for over 3 years. It is time to set it free. So clearly this is a whole old hot take. He held it for. And now that Roman Reigns does not have the championship, look what we're fucking stuck with. Chody Rhodes, okay? Roman Reigns is not the worst champion of all time. I could list who I think is the worst champions of all time, and Roman Reigns would not be in the top 5. So this person just doesn't like all the sexiness that Roman exudes, and they did make a point that he elicits a response. Anything gets a response if Roman Reigns is there. Like, this person is very combative towards Roman Reigns. Next one. AEW could be great, but it's ran by a mark, and the wrestlers are selfish and only want their shit over, and it'll be dead in 5 years. Well, AEW has gotten their deals. Um, will it be dead in another 5 years? I don't know. Do I want AEW to die? No, because that's the only reason why WWE is somewhat palatable, and I use that very, very, very loosely. Um, it's run by Mark. Yes, I hear the wrestlers are over there selfish and don't want to work, but guess what? If you want to get a paycheck, go to AEW. I'm not mad about it. If the motherfucker's that dumb to be shelling out millions of dollars for bullshit, get what you can get. Let's do two more. We're gonna wrap it up. Bayley is the best horsewoman. I personally don't consider it close. Um, Bayley's a good hand. Bayley's a curious case. Look out for that episode coming up. Uh, that's all I got. If y'all think she's a hot take, let me. If that's a hot take, or if you think she's hot, or that's a fact, hit me in the comments. Last one. Even with all the revisionist history, John Cena is still the worst thing that ever happened to wrestling and forever will be. You know what? John Cena, that professor of thugonomics and all of the things that he's come up with in the realm of pro wrestling, his character work is what it need to be. Now, John Cena has literally turned into The Rock 2.0. Like, he is an advertiser. He's a walking billboard. And I don't know where he got this whole military shtick from, but never really cared for it. I would love John Cena to do his going away retirement tour as a heel, but that's just me. That's the end of that. Y'all get in the comments. Tell me what you think.